Today, we're diving into the significance of setting clear and precise fitness and wellness goals. Imagine embarking on a journey without a destination in mind. It's much like trying to improve your fitness and wellness without specific goals. It's easy to lose your way, your motivation dwindles, and before you know it, you're back at square one. Goals are like the North Star, illuminating the path towards optimal wellness. They provide a clear sense of direction, a roadmap that guides our actions and decisions. When we set specific goals, we're essentially setting the GPS of our wellness journey. This is the first step towards taking control of our health and well-being. But let's be clear, by specific, we're not just talking about saying, I want to get fit, or I want to feel better. These are too vague, too open to interpretation. Instead, we're talking about goals like, I want to be able to run 5 kilometers in 30 minutes, or I want to meditate for 15 minutes daily. These goals are clear, precise, and give us a tangible target to aim for. Now, why is this important? Because specific goals make it easier to track our progress. When we can measure our progress, it fuels our motivation. Each step we take towards our goal, no matter how small, is a victory. And each victory propels us further, keeps us motivated, and makes the journey more enjoyable. Moreover, having a clear purpose, a well-defined goal, helps us make better decisions. It encourages us to choose actions that align with our goal, rather than being swayed by impulses or distractions. It becomes a compass that keeps us on track, steering us towards optimal wellness. So, whether it's fitness, wellness, or any other aspect of our lives, setting specific, measurable, and achievable goals is crucial. It's the foundation upon which we build our journey towards a healthier, happier, and more fulfilled life. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So, how do we ensure our goals are both effective and achievable? Enter the SMART Goals framework. Let's break down the acronym. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Now you might be wondering how this framework applies to wellness and fitness goals. Let's delve a bit deeper, shall we? Firstly, specific. A specific goal has a much greater chance of being accomplished than a general one. Instead of saying, I want to get in shape, you might say, I want to be able to run 5 kilometers without stopping. It's a clear, concise objective. Next, measurable. Can you track your progress? If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. Sticking with the running example, you could measure your progress by timing your runs, or noting how you feel after each run. Then we have achievable. It's essential to set goals that are within your reach. If you've never run before, setting a goal to run a marathon in a month might not be realistic. However, working up to running 5 kilometers, that's doable. Now let's talk about relevant. Your goals should align with your broader wellness objectives. If your overall aim is to improve cardiovascular health, then a running goal is certainly relevant. Finally, time-bound. Every goal needs a timeline. Without a deadline, it's all too easy for your goal to drift into the realm of someday. Setting a time limit keeps you focused and motivated. For instance, you might aim to achieve your 5-kilometer run within 3 months. By using the SMART framework, you transform vague aspirations into concrete plans. It's not just about setting goals, it's about setting the right kind of goals. Goals that are clear and specific, that can be tracked and measured, that are achievable, relevant to your overall wellness, and bound by a reasonable time frame. SMART goals, when used effectively, can be your roadmap to better health and wellness. Now that we're acquainted with the SMART framework, let's see how to apply it to our fitness goals. Imagine you have a fitness goal. Say, you want to run a marathon. That's a commendable goal, but it's a bit vague. Let's make it SMART. First, we need to make it specific. Instead of saying, I want to run a marathon, say, I want to run a full 26-mile marathon. It pinpoints exactly what you want to achieve. Next, let's make it measurable. How will you know when you've achieved your goal? A measurable goal could be, I want to run a full 26-mile marathon in under 4 hours. This way, you have a clear indicator of success. Third, the goal needs to be attainable. Are you currently able to run a marathon in 4 hours? If not, that's okay. Adjust the goal to match your current fitness level. For instance, I want to run a full 26-mile marathon in under 6 hours. Remember, the aim is to set a goal that challenges you, but is still within your reach. The fourth component is relevance. Is this goal relevant to you? Does it align with your broader health and fitness objectives? If you're aiming for endurance and cardiovascular health, then yes, running a marathon is a relevant goal. Finally, the goal should be time-bound. When do you want to achieve this by? Perhaps you want to run this marathon in 6 months. So your SMART goal becomes, I want to run a full 26-mile marathon in under 6 hours 6 months from now. By breaking down your fitness goal into these SMART components, you create a clear, attainable, and relevant goal with a specific timeline. This not only helps you stay motivated, but it also allows you to track your progress and celebrate your successes along the way. With SMART goals, every step you take brings you closer to your fitness aspirations. But what about wellness? How do we apply the SMART framework to our wellness goals? Wellness is a holistic, active process of becoming aware of and making choices toward a healthy and fulfilling life. It's a broad concept that goes beyond just physical fitness. Wellness encompasses 8 dimensions: physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual, environmental, occupational, and financial wellness. Each of these dimensions contributes to our overall sense of well-being and quality of life. Let's consider an example of a wellness goal that is not purely physical, say reducing stress. This is a common goal, but it's vague. How can we make it SMART? Firstly, let's make it specific. Instead of just saying reduce stress, we could say reduce work-related stress. Next, we need to make it measurable. We could measure stress reduction through the frequency of stress-related symptoms such as headaches or insomnia. So our goal could be, reduce work-related stress to experience fewer than 2 instances of stress-related symptoms per week. The goal also needs to be attainable. If you're currently experiencing stress-related symptoms daily, it might be unrealistic to aim for 0 instances immediately. Gradual reduction could be a more attainable goal. Relevance is vital too. If work-related stress is impacting your quality of life, then it's a relevant goal. But if your stress is coming from other areas, like personal relationships, then this goal might not be as relevant. Lastly, the goal should be time-bound. A potential time frame could be reduce work-related stress to experience fewer than 2 instances of stress-related symptoms per week within the next 3 months. There you have it. We have transformed the vague goal of reduce stress into a SMART goal. Within the next 3 months, reduce work-related stress to experience fewer than 2 instances of stress-related symptoms per week. This process can be applied to any wellness goal, whether it's improving emotional health, developing intellectual capabilities, or enhancing social relationships. Your wellness journey can be more fulfilling and less overwhelming with SMART goals. While SMART goals can guide us, it's crucial to be aware of common pitfalls. Diving into the world of fitness and wellness with SMART goals can be a game changer. However, there are a few common mistakes that can trip you up on your journey. Awareness of these pitfalls can set you up for success in achieving your fitness and wellness goals. One of the most common mistakes is setting unrealistic goals. While it's great to aim high, it's equally essential to keep your feet firmly planted in reality. It's beneficial to dream of running a marathon, but if you've never jogged a mile, it might be wiser to start with a smaller, more realistic goal. This way, your motivation stays high, and you avoid the discouragement that comes with unreachable targets. Remember, progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Another pitfall is the failure to review progress regularly. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and lose sight of the bigger picture. Regularly checking in with your goals, perhaps weekly or monthly, allows you to adjust your efforts as needed. You can celebrate your victories, learn from your setbacks, and reassess your strategies. This continuous loop of review and adjustment can keep you on track and motivated. Neglecting to consider the relevance of your goals is another common mistake. It's essential to ensure that your goals align with your lifestyle and values. If you're a night owl, setting a goal to hit the gym every morning at 5 might not be a sustainable strategy. Similarly, if you love socializing, incorporating group activities into your fitness routine can make it more enjoyable and achievable. Lastly, many people fall into the trap of being too rigid with their goals. While consistency is key, life is unpredictable, and sometimes flexibility is necessary. Be prepared to adapt your goals to unexpected circumstances. This does not mean you're failing, but rather that you're responding intelligently to life's curveballs. Avoiding these pitfalls can greatly enhance your success in achieving your fitness and wellness goals. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned today. We began our journey by understanding the importance of goal setting. Goals are the compasses that guide us. the lighthouses that keep us on track amidst life's storms. They are the checkpoints in our life's journey that remind us that we're on the right path and that we're making progress. They give us a sense of direction and purpose, and most importantly, they fuel our motivation. Then we introduced you to the concept of SMART goals, an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. This framework helps us craft goals that are not just aspirational but achievable. It encourages us to be clear and precise with what we want, to quantify our goals, to ensure they are feasible, pertinent to our lives, and bound by a certain time frame. This way, our goals become more than just wishful thinking, they become plans. We took this concept a step further and applied it to the world of fitness. How can we set smart fitness goals? By defining exactly what we want to achieve, whether it's losing 10 pounds, running a half marathon, or increasing our strength. By making sure our goals are measurable, like being able to track our progress in pounds lost, miles run, or weights lifted. By ensuring they are attainable, not setting goals beyond our current capabilities. By making them relevant, tying them to our overall health and wellness. And by setting a time frame for when we want to achieve these goals. Similarly, we applied the SMART framework to wellness goals. Perhaps it's about reducing stress, improving our diet, or getting more sleep. Whatever it is, the SMART framework helps us make it specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. We also discussed potential pitfalls to avoid, such as setting unrealistic goals, not tracking progress, and losing sight of the bigger picture. With SMART goals, you're not just dreaming of wellness, you're planning for it. Set your goals today and embark on your journey to better health.